This is a Sonos Ray, Sonos' answer to the budget line of its all-in-one home theater catalog of soundbars. In contrast to many manufacturers that overlook the prevalence of smaller TVs, Sonos deserves recognition for diversifying its suite of high-performance soundbar products to tailor one specifically to complement this population of televisions in the marketplace, which as of today's filming encompasses around 80% of all TVs. The Sonos Ray integrates seamlessly into the broader Sonos experience. It encompasses the successful elements of the Sonos ecosystem: user-friendly operation, a cohesive, albeit troubled control app, and its impactful TruePlay assisted room calibration and setup. Retaining much of the established Sonos audio prowess, the Ray emerges as a standout value in this sub $300 price range. It delivers a sound profile characterized by clarity and detail, even if the sound is more pronounced directly at you. Its capabilities extend beyond mere dialogue clarity. This Ray possesses enough potency, even in its tiny form factor, to enhance the sound experience of Hollywood blockbusters while adeptly conveying nuances that might otherwise be overlooked if you were to simply just use your TV for sound. Impressively, the Ray proves engaging even when employed as a music speaker. Again, you won't feel as enveloped by its sound, but the Ray's presence is distinct and clear across all ranges, even during music playback. Positioned as Sonos' most affordable soundbar solution, especially in contrast to the $449 Sonos Beam Gen 2 and now the brand new Sonos Arc Ultra, the Ray looks to fill in the niche of sub $350 soundbars that has the approximation of these more robust and more costly siblings. The Sonos Ray exhibits the same minimalist design through line employed across most, if not all, of the Sonos brand of products. Available in either black or white matte finishes, it demonstrates the craftsmanship and design language we have become accustomed to across the entirety of the Sonos line. The Ray has a mildly trapezoidal shape and rounded edges that contribute to its minimalist aesthetic. Now, despite the prevalent use of plastic in its construction, and mostly due to its very distinctly Sonos design features, the Ray imparts a premium quality feel even at Sonos' lowest price point. With the compact dimensions of 2.8 by 22 inches wide by 3.7 inches deep, the Ray aligns with the ideal size for smaller TVs, around approximately 40 inches or smaller. Now, Sonos claims it's compatible with TV screens up to 55 inches if you wanted to pair it with a larger screen, but personally, I wouldn't go much beyond 55 inches, otherwise you'd really be losing the soundstage due to its lack of width. Now, the forward-facing drivers allow for flexible placement on the middle of a shelf of a TV stand, and since there are no up-firing speakers, you don't have to worry about clearance directly above the Ray, so you can stick it right inside of a media cabinet. However, it is worth noting that the Ray has a slightly taller profile than some other soundbars out there, so be mindful about the bottom of your TV screen, especially if it has a particularly lower profile stand. Now, for users preferring wall mounting, Sonos does offer a wall bracket as an add-on purchase. As is typical to all of the Sonos soundbar family, the Ray has its connections situated in a recess on the rear section of the chassis, which encompass the power, Ethernet, and digital optical interfaces. This panel also incorporates a reset button if you need to reconnect your Ray to your Sonos ecosystem. Wireless connectivity options include Wi-Fi and Apple AirPlay 2. Notably and unfortunately though, there is an absence of an extra HDMI socket requiring the use of a digital optical cable for your TV connection, which thankfully is provided by Sonos within the package. The audio internals of the compact Ray employs a duo of tweeters, a pair of mid-woofers, and 2 bass reflect ports. All of these components adopt kind of a forward-facing arrangement, kind of like a firing squad formation, and it's all concealed behind the soundbar's grill. This forward-only, no-angled array configuration ostensibly classifies the Ray as a stereo speaker. While it does support Dolby Digital 5.1 and DTS digital sound formats, as well as stereo PCM, any audio information exceeding 2 channels will be downsized by the Sonos algorithm to accommodate the Ray's configuration. Now, specific specifications regarding power capacity, speaker driver size, and composition still to this point point remain undisclosed by Sonos, except for a mention that the drivers are elliptical in shape and utilize waveguides to achieve broader dispersion. Similar to other models in its lineup, the complete technical specs are kept confidential. For those users incorporating the Sonos Ray into a broader Sonos multi-room system, or even employing Sonos Ones as rear speakers, voice control is a viable option. It is important to note that the Ray itself lacks compatibility with voice assistants, however, and this could change with the introduction of a dedicated Sonos voice assistant sometime in the near future. The troubled Sonos Control app incorporates extensive control features. Users can manipulate EQ settings, integrate preferred streaming services, adjust the volume, toggle loudness on or off, and access to additional options. A discrete LED strip behind the grille provides status indicators for the Ray itself. The Control app does allow the user to disable these LEDs if so desired. The Sonos Ray stands out to me as an exemplary compact soundbar. It outperforms most small-ish and non-premium TVs' internal speakers, and quite honestly, it really means 90% of all televisions at this point in terms of audio quality. And as I mentioned, the Ray handles its own as a music speaker for such a small form factor. In the lower frequency range, the Ray is characterized with decent punch, proper control, what I would consider to be diverse texture and timbre, while evoking a substantial presence without becoming overpowered or muddled. And at the higher end, surprisingly, it maintains a level of clarity I was not expecting at this price point or size configuration, to be totally honest. Although other soundbars of similar size and specs may extend slightly higher in the frequency range to compensate for their driver size limitations, this Ray distinguishes itself with superior control and detailed sound reproduction. For me, the mid-range is where the Sonos Ray excels, delivering direct, detailed, and unambiguous voices, albeit within a more confined soundstage. Speech exhibits discernible character, attitude, and emotion, showcasing the Ray's exceptional ability to parse out dialogue. This is particularly evident in movie soundtracks where dialogue takes the center stage. The Ray demonstrates ample headroom to handle sudden and extensive shifts in volume during scenes where there are major shifts in tonal ranges. The Ray establishes a coherent soundstage, albeit a narrow one, where the point source of sound is distinctly center, focused but clear, and overall discernible. Quite frankly, the Sonos Ray stands out as an enjoyable and engaging soundbar option for those who aren't trying to break the bank and want to step up from their television's internal audio. Now, do not expect a broad and enveloping soundstage, but for under $350 and now even cheaper during the Black Friday deals, it's hard to beat the Ray's clarity and detail across a wide gamut of music and movie listening scenarios. For individuals already invested in Sonos speakers seeking a compact soundbar with noteworthy performance attributes, the Sonos Ray is a compelling choice. Hit that like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, hit this like if you're a hater, and I will check you next time. Peace.